Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while. Oh, Savannah, hello. It's been a little while since I've uploaded a new video, but today I've got something pretty special in store. It's yeah, your shirt. We have dropped off the S15 to get tuned at M1 Tuning, which is where the Skyline went a little while ago. And Ben's called me this morning and the car is finished. So we're on our way down to pick it up. And I'm really keen because I've never driven this car on a proper tune. It's only been on a running tune. Just had a rev limit on there. Here you go, guys. We're waiting for Talani to finish up in the house. We just took the dog for a walk, but now we're going for a bell. We're just about at M1. Super keen to see this thing. I've been told what power figure it makes. It's the first time I've really had a car go on a dyno properly and be tuned and know that it's actually making a certain amount of power. So I don't really know what to expect as to how fast it's going to be. And obviously SR and an S15, pretty cool, pretty normal combo, but pretty light, that sort of thing. Are you excited, Talani?
I'm very excited.
You're very excited?
Yeah.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
You should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to take it somewhere so I can drive it.
For sure. For sure we will. Let's go pick this thing up and I'm going to talk about sort of what got done to it and some of the little options we have so that we both can drive it and enjoy it without super risky stuff. Let's go.
Hello, my lover. Which one would you rather?
Out of.
The three things that are right there.
Definitely chisel.
Okay. Low boost, high boost towards the wiring.
Yeah,
High boost. Low boost.
Beautiful. Right, well we've just picked up the S15 from M1 and I've got to say Ben's done an amazing job of it. Thank you so much, mate. This is sick. We had to quickly nip off to change kids' nappies. So I've driven the car. It's got two boost settings. One is low boost, which is for Talani to sort of get the hang of driving sort of a manual turbo car, which is why we bought this. Second one, high boost, obviously for if I want to give it a bit of a hit or when Talani's comfortable with it. I haven't driven on a high boost yet. I've driven on the low boost. And I've only just sort of given it a bit of a touch in fourth on the highway. So I've been waiting to go back on it. My phone overheated, which I'm filming on today, and I wanted to be able to capture it when I actually when I drive it. But the thing used to wind over terribly when it was hot. So here's a hot start. Well, not when it's hot, all the time actually. It was just shit. But this is no throttle, just on the key. That's what we want. Sick. I was lumpier. So excited. So this is still on low boost. So low boost, it made, well Ben set it to, I think it's about 11 PSI and it's making 300 horsepower at the wheels. So that should be more than enough for Talani to get the hang of it. And from what I felt of it before, it's pretty much how it felt when it was on the same tune as before. So I think about 310 PSI. But it should be a whole lot smoother. There's no rev limit, well, not compared to what there was. It used to be a 6,000 RPM rev limit. Now it's, I think shift point's about 7,300, and there's a rev limit at 8,100. That's like a hard limit. So your real limit's probably around 7, 8, I think he said. Ooh. This thing is so good. I'm so excited. S chassis drives so nice, man. Where are you, Lance? Talani's following behind me, so I didn't want to boost it until she could see it. Right, this is third gear at 90 on the highway. Pulls fine. It's got plenty of go for Talani. guarantee this thing around the track, it'll just slide. So, this is third gear at 300 horsepower at 100 k's an hour. Let's switch this to 360 horsepower. Comes on much harder. Same speed. Ran out of room, cars in front. That comes on much harder. That's awesome. Third again. Yeah, this thing's a little weapon. It feels on point with almost my R33. The R33 feels like it struggles to put down the power and wants to spin, especially in second, but in third. The R33 might not be as powerful as I think it is. Nice, aero bar, RFP ones, very nice. Yesterday, I didn't actually really get a chance to take this thing for a proper drive. So that's exactly what we're doing right now. I just had an undercover cop behind me for like 5 minutes. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm so gonna get binned for this car. Yesterday, you'll probably see it from the beginning of this video, I actually pulled off the rear tint because it was so dark. You couldn't see into the car, you couldn't see out of it. It was actually really dangerous. But I reckon if that was on it, done. Especially, I don't think it was traffic. If it was traffic, you probably would have pulled me over anyway, but oh man, that is the worst feeling ever. That is the worst feeling. Alright, so we haven't really had a good chance to actually look at this car since we got it because we've sort of just been in the thick of everything. And I wanted to go over it with you guys quickly before I take it for a couple of runs through here. So, we just obviously picked it up from the shop, and what we got done is sort of working towards, I guess, the next phase of this build. So the motor's fresh, it's got a solid head on it, it's got 272 Pro cams, it's a series, like a Generation 1 3071 Garrett. My glass is just fogged up because of how hot it is under here. Now, I can't see a thing. Okay, I'm back. So basically what we got Ben to do was just get it up and running and basically put a power tuning through it. So it made 300 horsepower on pretty much gate pressure, which was about 11 PSI. So that's for Talani to learn to drive a turbo manual rear wheel drive car in. It's the world's busiest road right now. And then on high boost, it made 357.5 horsepower, which was 18 PSI. At the moment, it's still on 98 fuel, not E85. So that, a different turbo setup, and a better manifold is the next step. Something else we got done was all this wiring here. So this is the wiring ready for a flex sensor to go in. We've got a couple of safeties as well for if we do take it out sliding, and that is oil pressure and oil temp. But at the moment, it's just tucked nicely in there. But Ben's done a nice job of wiring all this up, so it's super nice and tidy. We've got fuel pressure safety in there as well. So fuel pressure drops and it detects it. I think it's within half a second, it'll shut the motor off.
It was like 0.7.
0.7, yeah, it's pretty sharp, hey. So, yeah, that's basically the motor on this thing. Like, it looks sick. The little amount of driving that I've done on it so far since it's been back, it's just been phenomenal. And really, I'm looking forward to tidying it up a little bit more and just driving it as much as we possibly can. What do you reckon of it so far, Lance?
I haven't been in it,
Yeah, I know.
but it sounds better.
Yeah, it's
And
heaps
it
healthier.
starts heaps easier.
Starts on the key.
Yeah.
It's super tough having the two little kids because it means that we both can't fit in cars like this at the same time because we don't have a baby seat that actually fits, and we've bought a bunch of them to try and get it to work. So I'm going to start this thing up, have a listen to the idle, and then we're going to take it for a couple of runs. So this thing used to need to like wind over and over and over and over and over, and it would even flood. Hot or cold, it didn't even matter. Now, wait for the fuel pumps to go. This is the best thing. Managed to get the Jizzle plates on this one. So a lot of people think that Jizzle's like some weird sex thing. It's not. It's actually Talani's nickname that I gave her like 5 years ago. Talani, T-Dizzle, Wizzle.
It's more like
Jizzle. 6.5, 7 years ago.
Can you please take child?
You said it.
What do you reckon, Savvy? Shall I take it for a burl? You got food all over your shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate doing it when there's people around. I don't want to get yelled at.
Well, I mean, other people have done it before you, so...
It's not the first time. Yeah. It was pretty much all over the shop in second once it like gets higher up in the revs. It's really started to squiggle around on me up the back there. But that's all I'm really going to film right now. There's a bunch of cars around here and I don't really want to be getting too far up it. In fact, an undercover cop just went past just then. So definitely time to call it a day. Thanks for watching, guys. I wanted to get a bit of footage of the S15. Hopefully next time it'll be out on the track. In the meantime, I'm going to try and teach Talani how to drive this or manual turbo rear-wheel drive cars a little bit better. As always, leave a comment and I will see you in the next video where we actually are going to do some driving in the R33 because you guys haven't really seen that yet. I've just been flat out.